Hello, good evening, all of you. In last lecture, we are in shortly discussing about the process of respiration, in which three basic part, that is the process of breathing, process of perfusion activity, and last one is transport of gaseous component. Today we are just discussing about this respiratory process by preparing our presentation. Now we are just start out our presentation. Okay. Uh, in last one we are already known about the insect respiration organ, respiratory organs, fishes respiratory organs, and now just starting the human respirations. Okay. Human respiration. The respiration is correlated or work together with the circulatory system. It means circulatory system and respiratory systems both are do the work together. Another one thing is, in last video we are discussing about the breathing, perfusion activity and transport. It means exchange of gases between the atmosphere, that is the breathing, then transport of O2 or CO2 toward the blood, that is the RBC is the main carrier, that is the hemoglobin molecule, and cell, they are just transported toward the each and every cell. If the respiratory system and our circulatory system fails, the both systems are collapsed, their working is uh, just inhibited out, then death will be the occur. Then cell need the oxygen for the work and release the carbon dioxide as a waste product. Accumulation of excess carbon dioxide is toxic to cell and must be removed. Because of we know, if the carbon dioxide deposition is much more in our lamp or our blood, then maybe they affect on various way. Just we thinking about the in our middle of Langata, that the acidic environment may be created due to the more carbon dioxide or excess form of that carbon dioxide just stored in it, so that that toxic CO2 must be removed out from that cell. Okay. Next, we are just doing just comparison with our respiratory systems and circulatory system. So in respiratory systems, intake of oxygen release the carbon dioxide as a waste, but in circulatory system, transport gases is in blood between the lungs and the cell. Okay, just we are knowing about the respiratory organs, that is the uh, just nasal cavity, the respiration with this just started from the nasal as well as the mouth cavity, via the pharynx, moving toward the larynx, and then trachea, that is the tracheal chamber, we call it, it is the windpipe. The ring of the trachea, due to the vibrations, there is a creation of vase, that is the by using that larynx one, and then later this trachea bifurcated out into the two main bronchi, and that bronchi again divided into a smaller one, that is the bronchi, then later bronchioles and capillaries, and finally there is a formation of that one, and the end of these terminal bronchioles are just moving toward the various pulmonary artery, that is the oxygen poor blood carrying, and another one is a branch from the pulmonary veins, that is the which is oxygen rich blood away from that one. So in this feature we are easily be understood about that blue color is oxygen poor blood carrying veins, artery, sorry, and the red color bearing the pulmonary veins, that is the oxygen rich blood, and the smallest that group of that one alveoli, or we call it the sac, in which the perfusion activity is to be done. Actual gaseous exchange takes place in that one. We are just observing that capillary beads, that is both the oxygen poor blood and oxygen rich blood, blue and red colors. We are just observing that one, that a gaseous exchange will takes place into the capillary beads. Okay, now next, the respiratory structure and organs. Both the nose and throat are a respiratory organ which are just withdraw or draw the air from the atmosphere. So in nose, made of a cartilage and bone, and is designed to warm the moisture and filter air as it's come into the system. In pharynx, that is the throat, conduct the food as well as the air, exchange air with the Ischian tube to equalize the pressure. Ischian canal is responsible for to maintaining that one. Then in this respiratory structure and organ, larynx, that is the voice box, just we are above the tracheal chambers one, we are observing in this picture. The voice box connect the pharynx and the trachea, made of cartilages, contain the vocal cord. And below one is epiglottis, that is the flap of tissue that cover the trachea, ensure the food travel down the esophagus. Next, respiratory systems of organ, that is the trachea, we call as windpipe. It is a tubular passage way for the air, carry air to the lungs. It is the C-shaped cartilage ring divided at the end. Then the bronchi, pair of tube that branch from the trachea and enter the lungs, have cartilage plate lining it, ciliated and secreted mucus. Then bronchioles, they are the tiny tubes lacking the cartilages, and the cilia possess the smooth muscles. We are just showing here. Autonomic nervous systems regulate the diameter of the bronchioles. Sympathetic division dilate the bronchioles, and a parasympathetic division constrict the bronchioles. Then alveoli sac, major function of alveoli sac is here in respiratory system. Cup-shaped structure at the end of the bronchioles that resemble branches of the grapes, just like the grapes are in a bunch. Likewise, they are look like that one. Are in a direct contact with the capillaries, that is the for the process of gaseous exchange, curved with the surfactant that keep them from the collapsing. Here we are finding the capillary network in which the gaseous exchange will takes place with that alveoli or alveoli. Just it is alveoli, just during the just inspiration and expirations, we are just finding that it is the very beautiful picture. Then such activity on lungs, that is the during the inhalation and exhalation, we are just observing that if you are just inhale the air, then what happen, due to the inhalations, our lungs just forcefully you have just taking that one, then there is several changes occur in lungs. Paired and cone shaped organ that are surrounded by the pleural membrane, that is the outer and inner membrane, made of elastic tissue and divided into the two lobes. Then mechanism of breathing, that is inhalation. It is an active process, that is the air move in and the gases move from an area of higher pressure to lower pressure. It is the major major component which are easily be understood why we are taking the gaseous component from the air and exhale it. During inspiration, diaphragm cools down and lungs expand. When lungs expand, it increases the volume, which decreases the pressure inside the lungs. lung pressure is lower than outside the pressure, so air move in it. It is just a scenario during the air just inhale and exhale, and affect on diaphragm and that ribs, that is the rib cage. During the inhalations, diaphragm just relax, or they are just it means they are just moving toward downward one, and that rib can expand out. During the process of exhalations, what will they happen? Diaphragm is much more constricted out, and our rib and lungs just compress out. This mechanism of inhalation and exhalation is the mechanism of breathing. Exhalation is a passive process. Breathing out it by the diaphragm and muscle relax, volume in lungs, chest cavity decreases, so now pressure inside the just increases out. Air move out because pressure inside is higher than the outside atmosphere. Respiration. It is a external respiration, exchange of O2 and CO2 between the respiratory surface and the blood. That is we call as it is the breathing. Internal respiration, exchange of O2 and CO2 between the blood and cell. And another one is the cellular respirations, process by which the cell use the O2 to produce the energy, that is the ATP. Then external respiration in which the exchange of O2 and CO2 between the alveoli and blood, and partial pressure of oxygen higher in alveoli than the blood, so O2 diffuse into the blood. It is the most more important point, that is the partial pressure of O2 is higher in alveoli than the blood, so that O2 easily be diffused out into our blood, and the partial pressure of CO2 is higher in blood than our alveoli. So CO2 move into the alveoli in opposite direction and get exhaled. Okay, then it is a just scenario. Now, internal respiration, exchange of O2 and CO2 between the blood and tissue. Pressure of O2 higher in blood than the tissue, so O2 get released into the tissue. Pressure of CO2 higher in tissue than in blood, so CO2 diffuse in opposite direction into the blood. CO2 is a waste product, O2 is a use in a cellular respiration. Then just mechanism is here. O2 is just in RBC and CO2 just release out. It means in a respiratory membrane, O2 enter, CO2 release, and in body tissue that oxygen is used by the tissue and tissue release the carbon dioxide. Gases exchange. Earth atmosphere is about 78% of nitrogen and about 21% of the O2 is there. No doubt. In last lecture, first lecture, we were discussing about that one. Now, what happened to the air when we are inhale during the process of inhalation, on which we are creating questions on this inhalation and exhalation one. Near about 300 million alveoli in healthy lungs, hemoglobin can hold the 4 O2 molecules at a time. Okay, just showing the inhaled and exhaled gaseous form of that O2, CO2 and water. O2 inhale 20.71% and exhale 14.6%. CO2 always 0.04% in atmosphere and exhale near about 4%, and O2 1.25% and 5.9% just exhale. On that we are just preparing this question. Gas transport in blood. Carbon dioxide 70% as bicarbonate ion and dissolve in a plasma, and 23% bound to hemoglobin, and 7% as a CO2 dissolved in a plasma. It is related to the carbon dioxide. In oxygen, 99% bound to hemoglobin and only 1% has O2 dissolved in our plasma. So the carbon monoxide, just we are discussing about that one. If the carbon monoxide, that is the CO, is a poisonous occur because of CO bind to hemoglobin more readily than the O2. Okay, into the next one we are discussing about controlling center of breathing. Okay, so in this video, maximum portion of respiration we already discussed in this video. In last week we must take a test on this respiration. So prepare well, and day after tomorrow we again revise and creating a mind map of respiration. So you are easily be assessed out or understood out this phenomena of process of respiration. I'm just sharing this video in YouTube as well as WhatsApp also. But in YouTube, you just subscribe our video and like it. Thank you.